Did you know Fast Growing Trees is America's largest and most trusted online nursery with thousands of trees and plants and over 2 million happy customers? Whether you're planting fruit trees, adding privacy, brightening things up with flowers, or bringing in houseplants, Fast Growing Trees has it all. Even better, they can help you find options that are right for your climate, your space, and lifestyle. Click Order Grow. Every plant arrives healthy with the Alive and Thrive guarantee straight to your door. So if you're ready to get planting, this is the moment. Right now, they have great deals on spring planting essentials, up to half off on select plants. And listeners to our show get 20% off their first purchase when using the code WWO at checkout. That's an additional 20% off. Better plants and better growing at fastgrowingtrees.com using the code WWO at checkout. Fastgrowingtrees.com, code WWO. Now's the perfect time to plant. Let's grow together. Use WWO to save today. Offer is valid for a limited time. Terms and conditions apply. Go to growingfasttrees.com for details.
Brothers know how to fight. Call the bros after an accident. The insurance company wants to pay less. The Skinner brothers know how to fight. Call the bros, the Skinner bros. They know the tactics. They know how to build a strong claim. Bottom line is, the Skinner brothers know how to fight, and they'll fight for you. They handle all the calls, the paperwork, the negotiation, so you don't have to. 540-888-8888. 540-888-8888. Let the Skinner brothers fight for you.
WTL.
It's time!
WTL.
I think we got a show. Oh yeah, we got a show.
WTL.
And welcome back, everybody, to WTL. You know what that stands for. Where's the line? Nebraska's first and only sports betting show. I'm your host, Andy Klassen, joined by
The J.O.
The J.O., and you just keep ascending and ascending. You're going to run into the sun here. You're getting pretty hot.
Yeah, it's burning.
It's getting
I'm
burned
starting
up
to get
over
that sunburn.
there? Yeah.
It's not just because of the red hair. It's burning.
Did you get like Sum 41 to do your new intro for your Just Laugh With Me podcast?
How much fun is that? That was
insane. Then they did like a little middle riff there talking about your day-to-day and, you know.
I don't want to give Sum 41 the credit. It was the Pepper Spray Singers, and they did a heck of a job. But it was a lot of fun. My daughter, on the other hand, I played it for her, and I said, hey, what do you think of the new intro?
Yeah.
She laughed, and I said, this isn't the funny part. And then I said, well, what do you think? And then she just kept texting her friends. I would recommend you listen to Laugh With Me and check it out yourself. But
it accomplished the goal, though. It made someone laugh. That's the, it's a comedy podcast,
At
right?
the end of the day, yeah.
That's what it's supposed to do. You know who it kind of reminded me of?
Who's that?
An Omaha local band.
Okay.
Grasshopper Takeover.
I love Grasshopper Takeover.
I bet less than 2% of the listening audience knows who Grasshopper Takeover is.
Well, their music is still available on streaming. Go check it out. I listen to it often, actually.
All right. Yeah. Well, that's what it kind of reminded me of. So I have to go check it out. And I was getting in that funny story about, everybody has that story about a boss that kind of knows or, kind of rubs them the wrong way, whatever. It's some good stuff.
Oh, this guy, he had it coming.
This guy.
He had it coming. This is a good episode to listen to.
Well, let's get into the month and a half that was. March Madness has come and gone, and what a wild ride it was. I couldn't believe it that my Big Ten 10-team bet, 10-unit bet, missed by one. One leg was it.
My goodness.
I had Nebraska going to Sweet 16, Illinois winning that first round game. They went a lot further than that. Michigan, but it was Purdue. Purdue let me down.
Man, the
Boilermakers.
You would have not even shown up here to do the show had you hit. You would have just ran off into the sunset.
Yep. Had Michigan State going as far as they went. So, I had a lot of them picked. Just that last unit put on Purdue. Got me.
Man.
So, hey, we're fair, though. We talk about when we hit it. We talk about when we miss it as well.
Well, 100%. I mean, I had Duke winning it all, and how'd that play out for me?
What happened there in your mind? Because that was a collapse for the ages. Up 19, right?
Up 19.
My God.
It would not have surprised me had there been an announcement there was a coaching change at Duke, just because two years in a row, heartbreaking losses in the tournament, and this one, 19-point loss. It just really sold that coaching matters. That's what it did to me. It goes, coaching matters more than the talent on the court, and that's exactly
I was watching that thing unfold, and like the last 5 minutes of the game, I'm just thinking, oh boy, this does not look good. This does not look good. And I kept saying that, and I woke up Ashley. She fell asleep on the couch, and she's one of those, I just want to watch the last 2 minutes anyway. So I'm like, well, this is the last 2 minutes, and this is insane. And then as soon as that ball got turned over or they ran some friction around half court, I'm like, they're going to lose. And of course, UConn hits that deep three and goes on.
The tale of two Ashleys. Had I woken up my Ashley, because my wife's also named Ashley, and to watch the final 2 minutes, she would have been like, why are you waking me up right now? What is happening?
Well, Ashley had Duke, so that was a rough one. That's kind of her pick year in and year out. And you know what? Every 7-8 years, she wins the bracket.
Well,
just riding Duke. I will say this, and I was in a number of brackets, but the big one, the Doug and Daddy one, I think I tied for like 4th or 8th, something like that, but I was in the 97.6 percentile.
Oh, it's awesome.
So I did pretty darn good there, and I had Michigan winning it all. I also had Michigan covering a lot of those games, which they did. So
yeah,
I had a pretty good March.
Apparently Michigan looked good the whole tournament, and they were above and beyond everybody else, and I was wrong is what I've heard.
Hey, if you're going to put your opinion out there, and then we're going to put it on X, we're going to put it on YouTube Shorts, you're going to get some blowback here and there, and that's what makes, NCAA basketball, March Madness so great is the passionate fan bases.
So are you somebody who, like, you're watching and you want to hit your picks, or do you find kind of fun to just go out there on a limb sometimes in your bracket and just be like, oh, man, my bracket's busted? Are you that guy? I mean, how do you look at it?
Well, so back in my hometown and growing up, and I would never do anything illegal, like gamble or anything like that before it was legal or anything like that, or underage type stuff, But we always there was a big Sweet 16 party, and that allowed everyone to kind of regather, regroup, and fill out a whole new bracket. And then we knew at the end of it all, the Final Four, there was a big party waiting for all of us, and so that was a nice little reset right there. So I'm kind of used to that. Like, okay, if you had a rough first couple of rounds, it's okay. We're gonna get it back in the Sweet 16.
You can get it back.
That's right.
I threw a Sweet 16 party this past weekend.
Oh, you did?
It was for my son.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he just turned 16.
Oh, great.
Yeah,
so
he didn't want.
That's not what I was thinking.
Not the same thing, and he didn't want me to call it that, but that's what I call it. Yeah.
Did you guys watch basketball at least?
We did. Whoa, that's all we did.
Okay.
Some baseball, basketball, and that new Super Mario movie, which is actually a lot of fun.
So what was your biggest hit? What was your one shining moment? They play that song throughout March Madness. What's going to be your lasting memory? Good or bad?
I did have Big Red going to Sweet 16.
Yeah.
I did have that. I did have Michigan going deep.
Mm-hmm.
But that's not much of a stretch.
Right.
Yeah, probably Nebraska going to Sweet 16 because a lot of people had them winning that first game, and then who knows after that. That was probably my best. Like, I did it. I got that one right. But
so I got that one right up to that point, but then that was my big, and it was I had reasons. I had all the stupid AI data spit back at me what I wanted it to, and that was for Nebraska to beat Florida.
Okay.
But Iowa beat Florida. So then that didn't happen for Nebraska. They didn't get the matchup versus the 1 seed like they needed. So that kind of hurt my bracket, but I still did fairly well. Are you one of those guys that kind of put a damper on the whole thing, losing to Iowa for that second time?
No. I mean, that's the tournament. I don't know that I put too much weight into, rivalries that happen within the tournament. I mean, it's fun, I guess, for the game to talk about it, and especially building up to it.
Yeah.
But then when it comes down to it, once the game ends, you're probably not really thinking about that anymore. Right. And then next year, how many times are we going to talk about, Nebraska, Iowa played in the tournament? Probably not much.
No, we're talking about them winning the Sweet 16 and all that stuff.
Exactly.
Coach Hoiberg, Coach of the Year in the Big Ten, Coach of the Year nationally, all those things.
Too many good wins there.
Me too. Speaking of another Nebraska team that's on a little bit of a heater right now, Nebraska baseball, ranked 19th in the nation right now, 26-7 is their current record. Now, they did just drop a game yesterday, Wednesday, to Kansas, and that's always been their bugaboo the last couple of years is, they drop games midweek to out-of-conference foes. But that hasn't been the case this year. They're actually winning a lot of games that midweek stretch there, beating ranked teams, putting themselves ranked 19th in the nation. And I'm trying to look at some future odds here, and they're just not out there.
Yeah, good luck.
They're not out there at all. Warhorse, I think they got like 30 or so teams that they have listed for futures. Nebraska's not there. I bet MGM has the top 25 with their odds. You're looking at Ole Miss right now at a plus 4,500 just to make the College World Series. Nebraska's nowhere to be found on that list. I'm thinking that might be the ticket. If I can find a book to take that, onshore, offshore, whatever. I think that's the future right now in NCAA baseball.
And you just want them to make it to Omaha. Is that what you're saying? They're just going to make it to the final 8.
Just make the final 8.
Okay. I know some Warhorse people listen to the show. I mean, let's
that Nebraska special, right?
We need Nebraska specials here.
I was wondering if they're staying away from that, steering clear from that, because you can't bet on Nebraska when it's a home game. And would that be considered too much of a home game that Nebraska playing in Nebraska?
Good question.
I don't know.
I could see it if it was Creighton, because Creighton is technically the host.
And it's their field, their home field. But it should be in the clear.
They should be in the clear.
And I should be able to put whatever I want on a Nebraska future right now.
Well, that really brings a lot of questions that we'll need answers to before basketball season next year, because Omaha is hosting the first 2 rounds of the NCAA tournament, and the Huskers could certainly be playing in Omaha.
Once again, WTL will get out in front of this.
Yeah, we need answers here.
We need some answers, and I think we're going to get them.
We need government officials to chime in on this.
We'll just look at FanDuel predicts. We'll figure it out.
We'll figure it out. Yeah.
You heard the horn. That means we're up against it. But let's take a minute to recognize one of our fabulous partners, and that is NordVPN. Browse, work, and play online with confidence thanks to their world-class cybersecurity. Shield your online activities, hide your virtual location, and block everyday internet threats with NordVPN. Receive up to 77% off when using our WTL link found down below. Don't go anywhere. This is WTL.
WTL. All he does is work out and hit runners. 10 and 2, 85% weekend. You're a mutant. WTL.
And welcome back, everybody, to WTL. Where's the line? Nebraska's first and only sports betting show. I'm your host, Andy Klassen, joined by
The J.O.
The J.O. And J.O., we had to bring out the big guns. A couple of big guns here. And it's, because they're picking winners. And you said it. Nothing but winners.
Oh, winners only, baby.
Winners only.
And
winners
it is
only. Yep.
Masters Week.
That's right. So we had to get the PGA guys back in the fold. Tallon, how we doing?
Doing well. How are you guys?
Fabulous. Glad to have you guys back in the fold. And we also got Zach.
Hey, excited to be back this week. Ready to give some good winners this week for you guys.
So you guys had a pretty darn good opening show, and that actually got a lot of listenership and a lot of viewership.
A lot of views.
On our YouTube channel. Expect even more here because, the Masters just has something to it where it just amps up. What do they say? Your contrarian, your casual fan, they all tune in to the Masters, where maybe it's not that way for the Valspar or something like that.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, our IT guy at work said, for all the times where he can see what everyone's doing on their computers, he said, you think March Madness is kind of the peak of the computers kind of draining for streaming, but he says actually Masters Week is the most that anyone at work is watching and streaming sports going on, ironically.
I bet so, because your watch time would go up because you're just sitting there watching continuous golf. It's not just a 3-hour game.
No, absolutely. I mean, it's all-day coverage, and I mean, now the Masters have really blown it up. So, I mean, you literally can watch every shot of everything. Even on the practice range now, they track shots for you. So you literally could be watching all day long, all the content that you could basically fit in.
I love that you can watch like just one hole and just let me watch this one and just see all the guys coming through. What is it? Amen Corner? Amen Corner, however I'm saying it wrong. To just be able to watch that and then see the whole field come through. I think that's a lot of fun.
Amen Corner.
Yeah, it's really, I think, one of the best viewing experiences you can have in sports because there's so much coverage. Like Zach said, I can pick my favorite golfer and watch every shot they hit on the range. And then every hole, and it's awesome. It's the best weekend of the year.
When those flat screen TVs first came out and 4K and all that stuff, it was like, oh my God, it was made for golf. That's why you got to have these flat screens. So anyhow, you guys we were talking last time I had you guys on, and both of you kind of agreed that, well, betting wise, we like to shift it around, whether it's going to be in Europe, whether it's going to be in Texas, maybe up north, up around Canada. But you both agreed the Masters. The Masters is the most fun and your two favorite to bet on. Why is that, Tallon?
To me, it's rivaled only really by the Ryder Cup, which happens every 2 years. Mm-hmm. It's the biggest golf tournament of the year. You get all the top guys. This is the one they probably all want the most, I would say. It's the biggest major. It's just the biggest event. The history, the tradition, everything that goes with the Masters is what makes it so big and so grand and so much fun to bet on.
What about you, Zach?
Yeah, I mean, absolutely top tournament of the year. I think it's a fun one to bet on, too, because it's also the smallest field of any major. And if you really kind of look at the field, given it's only the top 50 players, returning champs, and some amateurs and other world qualifiers that get the kind of special ticket to get into this. So really when you're looking at it, like realistically, when you look at the field, given how small it is and how many of the great players are there, there's really only so many that can win it. So like when you're looking at it, you're really looking at the top 20 of the world kind of swinging at this, and it really narrows your field of what you have to pick on. But then truthfully in that grouping, though, any of them could win it on any given weekend.
Hey, so you're talking a little strategy there, and I've been listening to a few other golf betting, pro betting, podcasts, and they're like, this is so top heavy. They don't even like looking at the guys outside the top 10. I'm thinking, really? And why is that? Is that the fast greens, the tradition, the experience matters so much for this one? What is it?
Yeah, I mean, experience here is huge. You do get some repeat winners, but you really have to – it's a course that I think you have to play a lot. You have to learn how to play it. Guys like Bryson's a great example. He's kind of come around the last few years, but those first couple years out there, he's just trying to mash the ball all over. And this isn't a course you can really do that. You have to learn the green speed. It's hard. It's fast. There's just a lot that goes into this course that it's tough for a lot of if it's your first or second or third year playing it, you got to kind of take those lumps and earn it a little more.
I don't want you guys to give away your picks because we're going to get a full segment with you guys kicking it around, going back and forth and giving us your best picks. But I look at a guy like Bryson DeChambeau, and I love that long stick that he's swinging because the rough's only, an inch and a half, 2 in the bad places. That means he should be able to keep himself out of trouble, and there's plenty of par fives here at the Masters.
Yeah, I mean, he definitely can bomb it a long ways. And honestly, if you look at, obviously, the Masters always kind of prides itself on being the most beautiful, most elegant thing. I mean, even when they're in the pine straw, like when their ball goes out there, you look at them at the U.S. Open, like if they're in the rough, you can't even see that ball. Like it literally goes down there so far that you can't even see it at all. But yet at the Masters, they go into that pine straw and their ball's magically just on top of it, lying perfect. We're like, you look at those shots and you're like, oh man, he's coming out of the trees. How's he going to fit this window? And then like when you really look at it, it's a perfectly flat lie. The trees have been cut up a decent. They cut a lot of the bottoms of those trees. Like
they're like lollipops. They're like lollipops.
They come up quite a ways. So like every time you see those shots, you're like, man, that's a crazy shot. And it is still a difficult shot to hit. But if you look at it, they almost kind of shape that course to be able to have those magical moments, so that you're getting these highlight shots of Bubba Watson buried in the trees, has to draw it right out of the trees to put it on the green and like sticks it perfect. And you're like, man, how could you ever do that? But like, the way it's set up, they put it that way so that like you get to have those magical moments, which really just adds to the appeal of it.
Visually, you were saying this is built for TV. I mean, it just looks amazing. The green pops. But even when you are there, you can't have your phone. So you are locked in. That adds to it too. Like every single moment, the people watching are locked in. There is zero distractions. How does that add to it, I guess? And as far do you factor that in? Some players can handle crowds a little better than others?
I think it definitely makes the crowds a lot more electric because, like you mentioned, you can't have phones. You can't have cameras. At the practice rounds, you can bring like a Polaroid camera. Yeah. But, once Thursday comes around, no cameras, no phones. So everybody is so locked in, so in the moment. I think that does add to the electricity. I'm sure there are players where the crowd's so much more intense. Like you talk about, I know Tiger was a big one when he's working his way around the course. You might be a couple holes ahead or behind him, and you're hearing those roars, whether it's
he's coming.
Yeah, whether it's a missed shot or a big shot, like you kind of feel what's going on all over the golf course as a player.
Yeah, now you hear when Tiger's coming here. It's a whole different thing when you hear Tiger's coming out. That was a low fruit. Now, FanDuel came out with an odds-on win, and it was just a list of the players picked to win, right? Your major winners. But there's a psychology and it's just how the human mind works. It's like, well, if I tell you your odds of getting in a deathly wreck with a seatbelt compared to not wearing a seatbelt, is at 15%. You're going to think, well, I know a guy who didn't have a seatbelt and he wrecked and he lived because he didn't have a seatbelt on. That's just how our stupid minds work as humans. So I think FanDuel did something here where they put Maverick McNeely at the very last, the 24th pick. He's the last name on this. Why is FanDuel trying to get me to look at Maverick right now at a plus 6,000, plus 6,500?
I mean, I think that just gets a lot of engagement, right? Like, if you're already throwing money at it, you're throwing probably big dollar amounts at those kind of top players where you're feeling it. But then if you have any of those long shots where you're thinking they might have a chance at it, maybe they hang around till Sunday and you see what happens. When you see their payouts are like that, you're like, well, I can throw $5 on this because if Scotty cashes and I've already got a big amount on him, I'm going to be up for the day anyway. But on the off chance he misses and someone like that pulls it off, that $5 covers all the rest of your bets if they all go poorly.
So you're telling me don't put $5 on McNeely because otherwise they wouldn't have drawn my eye to him?
I'm not saying you can't put it. I'm just saying I personally wouldn't.
I just feel like there's a psychology there, and they're trying to get me with this post that they put on X and on Facebook here.
I hear you. Yeah, I would save that $5 on McNeely. I think Zach and I will give you some picks that'll do a little better than that.
I got one for you before I let you go, and you guys can tell me how wrong I am on this one. And maybe I'm reading this one incorrectly. But I like the guy that's already has 2 wins on the tournament this year, has a green jacket already in his back pocket, and that's Patrick Reed at a plus 3,500. How stupid of a pick is that?
It's not the worst pick. I mean, obviously, he's won it before, so he knows how to play it. He knows how to handle it. He's definitely not a crowd favorite by any means.
No, he cheats.
I mean, he'll definitely be getting a bit of heckling, I imagine, even if he kind of makes his way there till Sunday. I don't know that the crowd will want him to win, and so, maybe he kind of used that to fuel himself, but he's definitely not on my list of favorites, but he's definitely a guy that can make the cut and, might be hanging around for the weekend, but I'm not taking him.
I mean, the Patriot way, right? I mean, if they're going to get away with it, are you stupid not to take the lie? Like, he's one of these guys where you'll put a ball in a tree and they'll be like, oh, it's over here. And he's like, no, I put it in that tree that's 40 yards closer to the green.
I mean, if you're not cheating, you're not winning, right?
You're not trying,
yeah,
right?
Exactly.
Is he an old SEC guy? Did he play for like LSU or something?
I cannot tell you where he went.
What do you think about old Reed?
I like Patrick Reed. He actually jumped out of Live this year. He's been playing. He's been doing the Race to Dubai. I believe it's the DP World Tour. He's been playing great. And
yeah, he's the only one I think in this field with 2 wins in the tour so far.
Yeah, and he's one of those guys that he has the experience. He knows how to play Augusta. He's been there. He's done that. He's playing really well. I like Patrick Reed this week. I don't know if I'm taking him to win. I love him in the top 10. You're still plus money, plus 220 on that. So he's on my short list of guys this week.
Yeah. You got another one for him?
You said, what'd you say, 3,400, 3,500 plus there?
Yep. Plus.
Are you prepared to be transformed into a better version of yourself? Shaped into a force that others can't imagine. We are part of something bigger. A force that never quits. America's Navy. Forged by the sea. Check us out at Navy.com.
Real talk. There's a lemon-shaped toy making women text their friends at 2 a.m. screaming, "You have to get this." Meet Lem by Hello Nancy. Every 25 seconds, someone discovers Lem. With 500,000 customers and a 4.7-star rating, people call it toe-curling and mind-blowing. That's exactly why it's all over social media. Don't let the cute design fool you. With 12 intensities, Lem is waterproof, whisper quiet, and incredibly discreet. Go to HelloNancy.com for 50% off this Valentine's Day. Once you try it, you'll understand.
3,500.
That's actually incredible. If you can find, I'm looking at plus 2,400 in some spots for Patrick Reed to win it. So you might have like a
FanDuel.
some there. Yeah.
Okay, FanDuel. No, see, but they want me to look at Maverick. That's what they want.
Yeah,
that's what they want.
Get down there.
I can't get away from it now that that's the bottom name on there. But all right, well, I think should have these guys come back and give us all their picks in their very own segment. We'll get out of their way here, and it's going to be all Masters, right?
It's all Masters.
A tradition unlike any other.
All gas, all Masters. Love it. Well, let's take a minute to recognize one of our fabulous partners, and that is Beto's Trade Club, where emotional gambling becomes intelligent, data-driven trading. Use code WTL for 30% off. Start your journey with Beto and experience the power of daily AI-driven sports trading, not betting, trading. Visit BitoTrade.club to get started. Don't go anywhere. This is WTL.
WTL. Gentlemen, what brings me to my next point. Don't smoke crack. WTL.
Welcome back for another segment of WTL. Where's the line? Got my co-host Tallon here stepping in to talk about the Masters this week. Best golf tournament there is. How you feeling this week?
I love it. It's a weekend I look forward to every year. It's the unofficial start of spring, although it was just snowing here in Omaha yesterday. But it's always my kickoff to spring, and it's a great weekend to just lounge around the house, maybe get out, play a round or two, but glued to that TV come Sunday afternoon.
I was going to say, given the way that the content just feeds you all day long, you watch them on practice, watch them every hole, anything you want to watch. How many hours do you think you waste on this 4-day stretch?
I'm already 5 or 6 hours in this week, just watching press conferences and everything. So I would probably be disgusted by that number. My wife and boss probably would too. So I don't know that I want to dive too deep down that rabbit hole.
No, that's definitely fair. I mean, even today you got par 3 contest going on, and I mean, even though that's just for fun, they're just out there kind of walking around with their families. It's all about kind of bringing people together. I mean, even that is a full day of content you can really watch with that, and so
yeah, and that's some of the coolest content I think. Just to see all those guys out there being incredible golfers, but also just being normal dads. Chasing kids around the green and through bunkers and all that kind of fun stuff.
Well, and what's crazy to me is, they're doing all these par 3s, and, the big thing is skipping the pond on 16 or whatnot. And, sure, I've hit into plenty of ponds on plenty of shots, but I couldn't intentionally skip it and just drop it on the green like they do. They'll do multiple skips and just plop that thing right up there. I might not even land the green if I'm going at it.
There's a better chance of my pitching wedge landing in a pond than me skipping a ball over the pond.
Absolutely. All right, let's start diving in on the big things. I think what I want to talk about first, given the state of the economy and everything going on, let's talk about the concession stand menu that they have there at the Masters. It's classic. It's stayed true the same. And most importantly, the prices have stayed low. So what are your kind of thoughts on that?
I think the Masters menu is iconic. It sets a great example that I wish more sporting events would follow. Just everything is affordable. Everything is cheap. From what I've heard, I've never got to experience it, but I hear everything is great. And they are debuting a new concession item this year. Have you heard about this? Have you seen this?
I have not. I'm excited to hear about it, though.
It is a candy bar. I don't have much information other than the name of the candy bar is Candy Bar.
That just seems like a classic Southern thing. They didn't want to go hard at it, and they're like, let's just call it a candy bar, and that's all you know about it.
Yeah.
Other than they might have to say there's peanuts in it, because there's probably some peanut allergies that are there. So when you look at that menu, obviously everything's $1, $2, a couple things here. What are the items you're for sure looking at, and what are you going for?
I have a top 2. I mean, given how cheap everything is there, I'm definitely making it my personal challenge to try everything on that menu. My top 2, and actually let's make that a top 3. First, I'm going with the Georgia peach ice cream sandwich. Then I'm going a pimento cheese sandwich, and then I'm following that with the azalea cocktail. Those are my big 3.
I love that. Definitely number 1, going for that peach ice cream sandwich. It looks amazing. We've even tried to make our own with it, and those turned out pretty solid just with the sugar cookie and kind of the cheap peach ice cream. I can only imagine what theirs are like there, probably even 10 times better. For my second, though, I'm kind of torn between the egg salad sandwich and the pimento cheese sandwich, but I've seen a lot of videos where you can kind of peel the bread and one of the pieces comes away and the rest stays on. So I think I'm buying both of those, and I'm sticking them together, and I'm getting one good pimento cheese egg salad sandwich, and I'm going to enjoy every bite of it.
All-time Midwest big fat guy move there, Zach. Well, I love it.
But I'm starting with the ice cream, so that's technically dessert, so it's not that big of a deal. All right, so let's kind of start diving in on the field. I think you said you want to talk about some of the newcomers. Who are you looking at? What are you feeling for this week?
Yeah, so I think there's kind of a strong field of first-time Masters players this week. There's 3 that I kind of am eyeing in on, and the first guy is a guy that's made me a lot of money betting golf this year, and that's Jacob Bridgman. He's been a top 20, top 10 machine. I'm taking him at top 20 all week long. To pair with him, I got Chris Gotterup and Corey Connors. Those are 3 guys. They're all newcomers. I could look foolish come Monday when we're talking about this again, but they've all been playing really well the last year or two. I think it's a great opportunity for those guys to make a run. Maybe not top 10, top 5 range, but I think those are all guys that are going to be in contention for that top 20 spot.
Yep, I agree with you. I like how Chris Gotterup's kind of shaping his game. He's on the uptrend right now, so I think he's looking pretty good for it. I do think the pressure and moment's too big for them. I think you'll have some of them make the cut, but I don't see any of them inside the top 10. I think history has shown us the Masters, it's difficult in different ways, and the biggest thing you can have going to the Masters is experience. So any newcomer that comes in there, I don't see them making it very deep on the weekend. They might make the cut. They might have some good rounds, some good shots, but they're not going to be in my top 10 just because the experience means that much. If you look at all the previous seasons, the guys that are kind of competing towards the top have been there. They're top players. They know how to work their way around the course, and they know kind of when to take their chances and when they need to kind of play it safe at the Masters. And given it's a major, I mean, you already have enough pressure built up for that, but it's kind of that top major, so you really need to be locked in and kind of knowing how you're going to play each shot and like when you're going to be willing to risk it and when you need to play it safe and kind of let everybody else potentially make that mistake. I mean, sometimes the smart play might not be to go get the birdie to get the win. It might be to let someone else blow up and take a bogey for you.
Yeah, I'm with you. And again, they may have to take their lumps. They don't have that experience. Someone who does, though, is our defending champion, Rory McIlroy. How do you see him faring up this week?
I like Rory. I mean, he's definitely making the cut. I think he'll be hanging around, but I don't know that I see him repeating. Masters history has kind of shown it's very hard to repeat. I think in the history, they said there's only been 4 people that have ever gone back-to-back at the Masters. And so I think given the long history of it and given how good the field is, I think it is a hard accomplishment to be able to do that back-to-back. I mean, you can see Scotty. He's won, 22-24, but couldn't win 23-25 because there's that extra stress with coming in. You're the returning champ, lots expected of you, but you also have other obligations from being the returning champion with even the champions dinner and whatnot, which sure, it's a simple thing. You put together a menu, you're kind of the host for the night or whatnot, but like you have so many other obligations that I don't know that your mind is always truly locked in for what you need to do.
Yeah, I'm kind of lockstep with you on the Rory, kind of for different reasons. He's coming off a 3-week break. He had that back injury earlier in the year, and his putting this year he's been towards the bottom of the tour in a lot of stats. And Augusta is a place you have to be able to putt with those greens. So I see him making the cut. I'm interested to see how he does this Thursday round now that he's kind of got the monkey off his back winning. But yeah, we'll see.
All right, so let's start diving in on some picks. Let's start with some further out ones. I guess you got any top 20s or kind of long-range bets? What are you feeling for it?
Yeah, so I kind of went through the Bridgman, Gotterup are my top 20 guys. Let's jump in. I'm going to jump into more top 10 picks. 3 guys I really like to look at for the top 10 this year. Patrick Reed, who we kind of touched on the last segment. He's a guy that has the experience, been playing great this year after leaving LIV, jumping on the DP World Tour. He's a guy like top 10, plus 220. I think that's good value. Another one who I think is great value, plus 220, is Justin Rose. He's a guy, if you're not taking him top 10, take him top 5. He's, 7th or better all the time here. He was runner-up last year. I think he's been runner-up 3 times. Could even be the year he wins it, but I like him in top 10.
Yep, so kind of stretching back out for a second, going to my top 20, got a great parlay for you. Justin Rose is in there, yes. It's not the best value, but when you're kind of stringing it together for a parlay, it kind of adds up, and I think Justin Rose is a home run hit. He's, in my mind, guaranteed top 20. I do think he'll be competing into the weekend, but he's a good little extra leg to kind of add some bonus to it. I'm going to double down on my previous pick from the previous tournament we talked about. Cam Young, I think he's playing very well right now. He's been here. He knows how to play this. I don't necessarily know that he'll win. I think he'll be hanging around, but he's top 20 in my mind. And then another pick that I kind of like, who seems to do well in majors, he's been doing well in general, is Robert McIntyre. He's a guy that's kind of found his swing. He knows what he's kind of doing. And I think he plays consistently, which at the Masters I think is the most important part, is playing very consistent. Like, don't play out of your zone. Don't try and do shots you don't normally do. And I think that's kind of his game. I mean, even the past couple of weeks, he's been missing a lot of fairways, but his approach and recovery from there has been excellent, honestly. I mean, he's been sticking greens or at least putting himself up close enough to up and down for pars, which is a big thing at the Masters. You don't necessarily need to go out and shoot these crazy low scores. I mean, you see all the reporters asking the pros, like, oh, do you think you could come out here and shoot 60 or 59? And they all just kind of laugh at it because they're like, that's just not realistic. Like, when the top pros are looking at it and they're like, man, if I go 4 under, 5 under for the day, that's a good day. Like, they know, like, they just need to be in a good, happy range with it. And I think with his ability to kind of recover, has a good up and down, has a great stroke with his putter at the moment, I'm liking him. So that's my list of parlay right there. Robert McIntyre, Justin Rose, Cam Young. I like that for top 20. How you feeling for your top fives, maybe winner also?
Top fives. I like Matt Fitzpatrick. I think he's the guy that's been playing really well. He's going to hit into those greens really well. He's been playing good this year. Top 5 at plus 330 on FanDuel. I like Matt Fitzpatrick. As for my winners, I'm going to kind of sprinkle across 3 guys. I'm going to avoid the Scotty, Bryson, Rory, those kind of big 3. But there is another big guy who I think could come back and win it this year from the Live Tour. He's been playing great, and that's Jon Rahm. I got him at plus 1,000 to win it. My other 2 are Ludwig and a guy you already mentioned, Cam Young. 2 guys that have been playing really well. Ludwig plays well at Augusta. He hasn't shown that ability to close out and finish, but he's a guy that I think this week could be could get it done.
Nope, I do like the Rahm one. I haven't seen him play much, but I've seen the stats of what he's been putting up on Live, and he definitely can compete. I do like him up there. He's kind of a good wild card just because you don't know how he's going to do when he's back on, the PGA Tour of it. I do like him up there. I'm taking Bryson this week. I think he's for sure top 5, but maybe it's a little bit of rooting, kind of, fangirling for him a little bit. But he's just been so close. He just crushes the ball. He's got a great game. So I'm taking Bryson this week. A little bit because I think he can win it, but also just because I want him to win it. I think it'd be a good one for him. I'm kind of ready to see him put on that green jacket. And so that's my pick for it, and I'm excited to see how this whole weekend plays out. It's a lot of time sitting on the couch. I'm kind of looking forward to it.
Should be a great weekend. Like we said, it's the biggest tournament of the year. I can't wait for it. Should be a good one. A lot of big names coming in, ready to go, ready to fire for that green jacket.
I hope you all enjoyed our picks today and enjoy watching the Masters, best tournament of the year. And this has been another segment of WTL, Where's the Line?
WTL. Capitalism is the only way, Leslie. It moves our country forward. It's what makes America great. And England okay and France terrible. WTL.
And welcome back, everybody, to WTL. Where's the Line? Nebraska's first and only sports betting show. I'm your host, Andy Klassen, joined by
DJO.
The J.O. like the Ohio State University. Woo! Put some respect on it.
You know it.
And speaking of respect, mad respect for our PGA guys. So much so we had to bring them back. Tallon, Zach, thanks for hanging around.
Oh, absolutely. We love doing little segments, so might as well just throw our opinions at everything.
There we go, yeah. Just like throwing darts at the Masters, right? All those par 3s.
Basically, yeah, it's the same thing.
I was listening to One Blowhard talking about the Masters, and, you're a radio guy or whatever. You're full of opinions, and they matter. And you know what you're talking about. You're on the radio.
Of course.
He was talking about how, at the Masters, on these par 3s, you just got to hit it deep, hit it in the rough, because there's no way, like on hole 12, you're going to hit that and you're going to roll it right into the water. I'm telling you right now, boys, don't do it. I'm like, who's this guy? Telling Rory McIlroy how to approach a par 3. Pretty fantastic stuff around our local radio. So you got to tune in for that stuff, right?
I love it.
Speaking of the wheelhouse, we got to get into our wheelhouse.
This is the go-to.
And now that FanDuel Predicts is out there, you might get kicked off the platform.
There's a very good chance of that.
You're such a heater, like we always say, don't let them get hot.
They're going to go bankrupt. So let's just, I'm just throwing it out there.
And that is the predictions markets. I have a couple that we got to get into, but I know you have a couple bangers. Jeremy, why don't you start us off?
I want to start it first with this. I want to start with this question. You guys tell me what you think. We just went to the moon, right? NASA, we just went around the moon. Does that count? I mean, we didn't land on it. We just kind of circled it. I mean, we can say we went to Dave & Buster's, but if we don't go inside, I mean, it doesn't count. How you guys feel about this?
I don't know if it counts. They broke the distance record, but I don't know. You got to go to the moon to go to the moon.
Right.
Well, they drove by it.
They drive by.
They drove by it and around it. So, yeah, it's like the Dave & Buster's analogy. Yeah, you didn't actually go there, though. You went there, you drove around the block, and then you came home.
Right.
It's kind of like when you travel the states, right? Like, you drive through a state. Does that count as going to the state? Like, if you have to drive through a state, but if you don't stop and actually do something or stay there for the night, do you count that as a state you have been to.
Yeah, or like the airport thing, like, yeah, I went to Milwaukee. No, you didn't. You had a layover in Milwaukee.
Yes.
You've never been to Milwaukee. So on that analogy, I guess we're all agreeing they didn't really go to the moon.
Right. Well, I would 100% agree. We've not been to the moon, at least in this instance. I won't go into the deep theories of whether we've never been, but I'm sure because a lot of people feel the same way. And we're gonna get into, all right, now we have to land on the moon, which will eventually lead to sports on the moon. Okay, what will be the first sport to play a game on the moon? I would think the lead dog in this one would be the NFL because they want to play everywhere.
And they got the money to back it.
That's definitely
they are an empire.
Yeah. What do you guys think? I think the favorite right now would have to be the NFL.
I think they'd be the favorite, but if you're really going for something, cost efficient, you want to show some cool records. I mean, why not just go track and field up there? Let's get high jump going. Let's see what kind of records we can set with that.
I feel like we've already seen it. Golf. Didn't Buzz already hit a couple golf balls up there?
Did he really?
Yeah.
Is that a thing?
I think they do have.
Let's not talk about if that was real footage. But I think we didn't. I know there's some old footage of a guy.
I believe you're right there. At least before movies, don't they show that? Where
the guy's teeing up one up there because he hits it out because then it just keeps going forever because there's not enough gravity to stop it.
It's before my time.
You talking about Bugs Bunny hitting that golf ball? Yeah, I was thinking golf would be a fun one too because we throw Tiger up there. Driving's not gonna be a problem. He can just be.
The Lunar's already up there. The little Rover's already up there for him.
That's right.
I think UFC's got with Dana White. He could get in with Elon, send some fighters up there, and let's see what happens. Zero gravity UFC.
White House launch straight to the moon.
Exactly.
I love it.
It's the next natural step.
That's good stuff.
All right.
It'd be a lot easier to make weight.
Yeah.
That's a relevant one too. I like that. Kind of a two-parter. Where
A little
are we there?
two-parter.
Then if we do go there for real, what are we going to do sports-wise? Well, I'm going to keep it with the sports here, and it's a term that's been catching a little bit of momentum on a few markets. It's much bigger in football, but we're talking the baseball scoregami. Have you ever heard this?
Oh, absolutely.
Scoregami. And for those that don't know what it is, it's when a unique ending score happens. Now, right now on Polymarket, there's only an 8% chance that this could happen. You know what the last one was? The last time scoregami actually hit in MLB?
When was it?
2021, the Padres blew out the Nationals 24-8.
Let's go Pods. Okay.
There you go. Yeah, I saw your
right.
jersey. I'm like, all right, he's going to be happy to hear this. Can I get anyone to take a flyer here? Are we going to have another scoregami in Major League Baseball? We still got, around 20 games?
Got a lot of games.
Got a lot of games left for that.
Oh, man, I never looked at the scoregami market on baseball, but I got to imagine that you got to get some high scores going to kind of hit that. I imagine anything 15-15 and less has probably been hit in that world of baseball, given the way those scores kind of play out. I would say not, given how rare they are in football, and there's a lot of different ways to hit them in football. I would say it will not hit in baseball.
You said 2021. It's been about 5 years. I think we're due.
Yeah, right? I like that. I mean, what if the Padres get on another heater here? They get a bullpen on a short rest, couple injuries, 25-8.
25-8.
25-8.
You know,
put on the Nationals.
Pods just took 2 of 3 from the Pirates, feeling pretty good. I think the Pods will get another scoregami, and they'll be the team to do it. But speaking of the baseball scoregami, there's like the new Twitter handle talking about baseball scoregamis.
Okay.
Have you seen this? Okay. So they just created this. Whoever it is a genius because, like you just said, there's not many baseball scoregamis.
No.
So every day the posts are saying what the final score was of the game and saying the most recent time this happened was, and then it's like 20 minutes ago because that game just ended.
Yeah.
Oh, it's hilarious. So it's like fun entertainment, but there's not many scoregamis.
That happened 3 minutes ago.
Yeah. So it's actually a fun follow, but yeah, it's very rare for this to happen.
White Sox beat Toronto Blue Jays 3-2. Way to go. Well, I know you got another one for us.
You know this. We're talking movies, baby. Which one deserves to have its sports movie moment and possibly Oscar glory, okay? And these two things just happened. And I think one's probably going to be the favorite, and that would be Indiana football and their 2025 national championship season, right? They've got the stud quarterback who's going to go on to be the number 1 pick in the draft. You got the hard-nosed head coach and the program that's never been. That's obviously a good moment. But how about this one? This one, I think, is the underdog. Nebraska ball winning its first ever NCAA tournament game. Doesn't that deserve a movie?
I think so. Beating the tar out of Troy.
Yes.
You know, where like halfway through it was kind of an afterthought, like, oh my God, we're going to do it. Give me another tall boy. Give me another tall boy.
Because then you can end with the win versus, is it Vanderbilt? The winner of a Vanderbilt.
Yeah. And then just end it there.
Just end it,
End
please.
the Nebraska movie right there.
That's where
Zach,
the
you
movie
were there.
ends.
You saw it firsthand.
Yeah, I would say it was the most epic experience. Very skewed being a diehard Husker fan, but it was the best sports moment I've ever been a part of. I thought Troy was an awesome win. The Vanderbilt win, I don't think it'll ever be topped. It was the most epic environment I've ever been a part of, and I will remember it till the day I die.
The more I think about this town, this has to be the movie. Everybody's so charismatic. You got all these different players, these different parts. You got a likable coach. You don't have that with Indiana, right? Like, who cares? And then you got a soft-nosed kind of a wiener of a quarterback. He doesn't say anything interesting ever.
He really doesn't.
Golly gee whiz, you guys are And then, hear me out on this one. With the Nebraska movie, the Nebraska ball movie, you get the ending with Troy. Then you get a bonus ending, like another 5-minute add-on, the epic win over Vanderbilt. So you get 2 endings, 1 movie.
Yeah, and I think the better question here is who plays Fred Hoiberg in that movie?
He's a good-looking
Fred
man.
Hoiberg.
He's a good-looking man.
I'm thinking Jonah Hill plays super glue Sam Hoiberg is what I'm thinking.
You just got to, typecast
headband.
it like Hollywood style and put Matthew McConaughey as the coach, right? Like, that's just what you're doing.
Yeah. Can he do a no accent role?
I think so.
He's got that in his bag.
I think he'd do that. And
Would you want him to, though?
He's going to have to get a
Oh,
haircut.
that's a movie I want to see.
Yeah. That would be funny. That would kind of add to it. But he'd need to get a haircut.
He would.
And we've seen him clean cut like that before.
Do you think the Texas man that he is, the big Longhorn man he is, he would want to put on that red end?
He may not. That's a good point.
Well, he was the head coach in the Marshall video, right? In the Marshall movie?
Yes, he
was. Was he
was.
the head football coach for Marshall there?
See, this would be a
Yes,
lot
he
more
was.
fun than Marshall. The ending would be way better than
I think we're overlooking the way
Yikes.
Hollywood just wants to pull old movies and remake them these days. You're taking the Indiana story and you're calling it Hoosiers 2, aren't you? Like, you're just plug and play, cheap budget, roll it out, and you're like, well, people are going to go see it. It's a remake because we're calling it Hoosiers 2.
Yeah, but then Hoosiers will get a bump. This is actually, we're making a lot of money for Hollywood right now.
original IP right here. Nothing's more important than having that original IP.
It's true.
So I think it's Big Red all the way here. I think don't overthink with the Hoosiers.
I'm just saying what sells in Hollywood. I mean,
Gene Hackman.
look at all the movies you see these days. It's all just remakes. So you know what? They're going to look at it and be like, oh, easy story. Script's already written. We just call it Hoosiers 2 and just plug and play.
Okay. Well,
Sequels always work.
Well, that's why these prediction markets are so fun. You got a 3-1. You're getting pretty good odds here. You got a 75 to 25% odds right now on a yes.
Prediction market's never wrong.
And here's my final one that we're going to talk about.
Okay.
Everybody's getting in on this prediction market. Everybody. FanDuel, Polymarket, Kalshi, Robinhood. I think 5 of them just popped up like 10 minutes ago. You're talking about you watched the ticker.
Just happened.
I think you're going to see a prediction market hit the market, and everyone's going to be so scared of it, it's going to actually fold in on itself because everyone's intimidated. That is the Simpsons prediction market.
Oh,
I like
okay.
And you know why. They
always hit.
They always hit. I mean, more so than even Polymarket. And Polymarket's made this brand where you want to pick a president? We got you. You want to pick who's going to win the Oscar? We got you. There's nothing like the Simpsons.
Yeah, they've already predicted so much. How much more can they predict?
We're about to find out.
So many episodes, so many minutes of television. That you just uncovered something.
Yeah.
Somebody should be going through and just needling through every minute of it and putting all this out now, so that we're not like, oh, they had it in 1998. No, we're ahead of it. We know this is coming.
Yeah.
Yeah,
like the Donald Trump for president, that was like, what, 12 years in the future? Like in the past, it totally looks like they just make a time machine sometimes and do that. So, yeah, I think on the surface, it looks like a good idea, but I think people are going to steer clear of that.
This is like Marty McFly having the sports almanac
Exactly.
in the future.
Yep.
He already knows this is big.
We don't need this. Yeah,
We don't need it. You're right.
Stay away from that one. Well, how about do it for us this week, folks, at Where's the Line? Be sure to check us out over on YouTube and all those short videos that come out each and every game day. And on that final Sunday, if we're talking PGA Golf and the Tour. Also, be sure to check us out over on ESPN, Tri-City Radio, and their Facebook page. And we're always over on X with those short videos, predictions, and having a little fun over there as well. Did you guys see that repost of Paige Peronic? She likes the peach ice cream sandwich as well.
Yes.
And just kind of a funny placement where she was showing you where she was holding the
Yep.
I didn't even realize she had ice cream in her hand. But I'll take your word for it.
That's the play.
Yeah. She was holding an ice cream sandwich there? Oh, okay. For Zach and Tallon, thanks, guys, for swinging by and talking Masters Golf, giving us those predictions. For Jeremy Odom, a.k.a. the J.O., I'm Andy Klassen. Thank you for listening. This has been WTL.
Hey, it's friend Chris Mitchell. Injured? Get some quid pro bro time with the Skinner Brothers. You focus on recovery, they focus on results. Skinner Accident and Injury Lawyers, they take the calls, organize the details, and push back when the insurance company tries to pay less than what's fair. Call 540-888-8888. The Skinner Brothers handle the insurance company so you can focus on healing. Put it in your phone so it's handy. 540-888-8888.